everybody. Happy full moon. I'm glad you guys are all coming to join me today. It's been such a powerful full moon for me. I know that other people have been feeling it as well. People have been messaging me. So we're going to wait a few minutes for people to start showing up. And then we're going to talk a little bit about managing our own health, right? Our own physical health, our own emotional health, whatever that means to you. We all have different things going on in our lives, and we all experience things differently. The good thing is that there are techniques that work for everybody if you practice them. And that's what we do here at A Deeper Connection. I'm sharing techniques for everybody to use to manage whatever issues you have, because these techniques work for everything, whether you're feeling angry or fearful, whether you're feeling insecure, or just depressed about the situation, whether you're having physical aches and pains in your body. These techniques work for both. And the reason that it works for both is because many times, if we haven't been involved in an accident, a physical accident, our physical states are determined by our emotional states, right? So fear, for example, is a power chakra issue when we're speaking energetically. And people who tend to exhibit a lot of fear in life, lack of the ability to control, like if I don't control this, if I don't manage this, it's not going to work out, or I won't have any control over how it works out. A lot of times people who have those kinds of issues have digestive issues, gut problems, even like mid-back pain, or anything that's in the stomach area of the body. And that's true for all the different chakras or energy centers that we have in our body. Heart chakra is a lot of times physically expressed with breast cancer, heart disease, things like that, because this is all of a broken heart. So if you're, sad about something, or you can't let go of something in the past, you may experience, heart issues. Also, it could go the other way, like heart palpitations and being too excited. So that's really important for us to be aware of where in our body our physical energy, our spiritual energy is connected with our physical body. So once you realize that, and you can find that through a chakra chart, which I think maybe I'll post a chakra chart today on the Deeper Connection page so that everybody can take a look at it and kind of see where you're at. I've been posting it there before, so if you go to the pictures of the past, you'll find a chakra chart, and you'll also find a map of consciousness, which I found very helpful when I was raising my vibration and figuring out where I was on the map of consciousness, and what there was still left for me to accomplish, and where to kind of go to aspire to be. So those are already both posted in the past on A Deeper Connection, but I'll post the chakra chart again. So if anybody have any questions regarding, how to go ahead and change your subconscious conditionings, we're going to talk a little bit about it now. But if there's anything specific that you'd like me to address, please feel free to go ahead and type it in right now. For the next 10 minutes or so, I'll be able to answer questions. But once the class starts at 4, I won't be able to answer any more questions till after the class is over, and then I'll answer all your questions, which I always do. But I'm not going to stop in the middle of the class to answer the questions, because in the class we're creating a flow. And the flow is important because that's how we actually raise the vibration in which we exist. And that's important because the vibration in which we exist determines on what the law of attraction brings us. So let me see what I see. Somebody typing something. Happy full moon. Oh, in Scorpio. Yes. Awesome. Thanks. The frequencies at which we exist are different for different feelings. So if we're having, emotional breakdown, if we're going down that rabbit hole of fear and anxiety and depression and all what's wrong with the world and what's wrong with my life and what's wrong with my family and what's wrong with my everybody, right? That means we're focusing on the negative, about what's wrong, right? What's not working, what we could be doing better, right? So that's definitely not what you want to focus on, because that will bring you more of the same negative, lower vibration energy. When you catch yourself starting to go down that rabbit hole, the good thing is that you can change what you're doing just by conscious awareness. And that's what the class is about at 4 4 o'clock. It's about how to create a conscious connection with your subconscious, because most of the decisions we make throughout the day come from our subconscious conditioning, which we experienced from, the time we're born until we're 6 to 8 years old. That's what really determines who we are and why we make the decisions we make, whether it's with relationships or health, or whether we decide to work out or not, or meditate or not, or, eat healthy or not. That's all childhood conditioning. And so if we want to change that, if we want to lose weight, if we want to lower our blood pressure, if we want to really make some difference in our lives, we have to get out of our comfort zone. Not that our comfort zone is necessarily comfortable, but it's easy because it's what we've been conditioned, it's what we've been doing for years. So in order to change that, pattern of, the self-defeating, whatever it is, whether you can't quit smoking, you can't quit drinking, you can't quit eating, you can't quit whatever, can't keep working out, you're always losing your way, that's what we need to change. And so these techniques will help you to release those subconscious conditionings and recondition yourself, right? It's like self-hypnosis. And that's why we use the techniques we do. The breath work is the basis of this practice. And today on A Deeper Connection, I already posted a link, a great link. It's a 15-minute, 16-minute TED Talk about why breath work is so important. And it really describes why I insist that people who come to me to learn how to meditate have to learn breath work. It's one of the most powerful techniques to help you get out of your mind, right? If you've been trying to meditate for years, but every time you make an attempt at it and you sit down and you close your eyes and you start to even focus on your breath work, all those thoughts keep coming in and keep coming in. You've been doing this for years. It's because you're focusing on the thoughts and you're allowing the thoughts to come in rather than staying focused on the breath work. So it takes time for you to recognize, oh, here come the thoughts, stop, let me go back to the breath work, and go back to the breath work, right? So one of the breathing techniques I really encourage, you have to learn how to do it, is breath of life or circular breathing or Ujjayi breath in yoga. You breathe into your belly and you fill your whole body up from the bottom to the top. And that really starts to bring physical body awareness to what you're feeling, your aches and pains, what energy centers are out of balance, kind of things like that. So it's really important. And the mantra that I usually give people is inhaling healing energy, exhaling everything that doesn't serve me. So while you're focusing on your breath flowing through your body, you're chanting this mantra in your mind to keep you from thinking thoughts. Now, once you get really good at the breathing technique, you don't really need the mantra anymore because you start to feel it rather than thinking about feeling it. And there's a big difference. There's something analogy I like to always say, and people always laugh, but thinking about breathing and feeling the breath are two different things. Same like thinking about peeing and actually peeing, right? So thinking about peeing, it's no good. You're like, oh my God, I gotta pee. And the more you think about it, the worse it gets. And you just can't sit still. And it's just so much pressure on your bladder, right? And so thinking about breathing does the same thing. It gives you shortness of breath. You're like, well, why am I not being able to breathe when I'm breathing fully, but I still feel like I don't have enough breath? Because you're thinking too much, right? And your mind is going to distract you from that breathing practice, right? Now, when you actually pee, it's like, relief, right? So when you stop thinking about the breath and actually just feel your breath, that's when you're going to start to get the relief from your physical aches and pains, from your emotional problems, whatever's going on in your life, right? So the mantra of inhaling healing energy, exhaling everything that doesn't serve me is something you can use while you're focusing on staying focused with breath rather than with thoughts. I used that mantra for a while, but after I got really good at the breathing, I didn't need the mantra anymore, and my thoughts started washing back in. So then I changed my mantra, and I would tell myself, not now, I'm focusing on my breathing. And then I would go back to the mantra, inhaling healing energy, exhaling everything that doesn't serve me. And I would keep doing that. And then I would forget the mantra, and then thoughts would come in, and I'd go, oh, not now. I'm focusing on my breathing, and I would go back to my mantra. And I literally said, not now, I'm focusing on my breathing, probably 1,000 times to myself before I really was able to let go of all my thoughts. And this took some months, right? This took 2 or 3 months before I was really able to be in a place of no mind where, that's where when the inspiration starts to hit, that's when intuition kicks in. We can't use our intuition if we're thinking thoughts all the time because the thoughts are blocking our intuition. right? So we come from the subconscious making the same choices over and over again without even knowing that's what we're doing. It's because of our conditionings. So all of this energy right now in the Aquarian age is directing us toward this information about being aware of your physical body, like really feeling your heartbeat, and not just when you're out of breath, right? Feeling the blood flowing through your body, feeling, the bones, literally, like not feeling them with your hands, but feeling them from inside, right? Feeling everything. We should be able to feel everything in our body. It's our body, right? But we're so distracted to the outside and allowing us to be, well, this person did this and they did this and that medication does that, right? So we have to take responsibility for ourselves, and that's how we get off medications. If that's your goal, that's how we start to feel better emotionally, physically, all those things. So that's why I've been doing these classes, and been faithfully doing them, and will probably continue to do them until the stay-at-home order is lifted. Once that happens, I'm sure I'll be getting quite busy as I was before. But for now, it's really good to have everybody here to do this with, and I've been getting a lot of feedback from people online about how these techniques have helped them. The breath work, like I said, is the main practice of this technique, and it's really crucial that everybody learns the breath work. And if you don't really understand from what I've explained here, because I only have a few more minutes, then go back and watch the video on a deeper connection. There's a lot of great information on that page. It's got notes that I've written over the years. There's constantly different events. I'm going to host an event, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, for really learning about the words we are saying, the spells we are casting, right? Because the words you speak and the words you think are the spells you are casting in your life. So if you can think of it that way, if you're always trying to do something, or if you're always sorry about not doing something, those are very disempowering words, and you will never, get over your measly little self if you keep speaking those words. So we're going to do a class on that on the 16th, sometime in the afternoon. I haven't quite figured out the time yet. I'm going to wait to see how the weather goes. But join us for that right here on A Deeper Connection if you want. And in the meantime, we're going to be doing these practices again every other day. So this week we did it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Next week we'll do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Same time, same place at 4 o'clock. And we always have the discussion group beforehand for 15 minutes in case anybody wants to ask anything, or anybody wants to share anything, or if you're confused about anything. This is your opportunity to do it. Now, I really cannot see. Today I'm having a little bit of an issue with seeing the clock. I think it's too bright in here. So I got to make sure that we're still having some time. Okay. So the breathing technique, I'll expand a little bit on that in case any of you who are here early would like to stay with us for the class. Really want to learn to breathe into your lower abdomen, your belly area, right? And so if you want to go ahead, if you don't know how to do it, go ahead and lay down flat on the floor. That's really the easiest way to learn how to breathe into your belly. When we're sitting up, it takes, we're distracted, our mind is going because we're sitting up. But when we lay down, it kind of quiets the mind a little bit, because the mind's thinking like, oh, well, it's time to sleep or something, right? So go ahead and lay down and close your eyes. It's really important when you want to focus on the flow of your breath, when you want to focus on your inner body, if you're trying to heal your organs, or you're looking to, I had to pull up my uterus at some point a few years ago because my uterus was slipping, and I didn't want to have a hysterectomy. That was my doctor's suggestion. Oh, you're going to have a hysterectomy. I said, oh no. So I practiced some techniques to lift my uterus back up, and I was able to do that. But it was continuous practice, day after day, to reset my physical body, like the subconscious of my physical body, right? And lift that uterus back up, which gravity had been taking its toll and pulling it down over the years, right? So there's so many operations and so many medications that people are on right now that can be healed with these simple techniques of movement and breath work. And if you're interested, please don't hesitate to message me, and I can definitely share more details with whatever it is you're experiencing. So breathing into the lower chakra area is important because it gets us grounded, right? Down here is the root chakra. It's sense of security, acceptance, groundedness. Then right above that, the sacral chakra is our creativity, pleasure, joy. And then in the stomach is our power chakra, personal power, willpower, motivation, ambition, courage, right? So all of these powerful energies that we need to have a balanced, healthy, strong life where we can accomplish the goals that we set out to do are all down here. And if you're breathing up here into, this area of the body, you're not getting anything done. You're, focusing more on the problem up here. What can I do? What can I do? And you've probably looked up a million things of what you can do, but are you actually doing anything, right? All the information in the world isn't going to help until you start doing. Pick anything. This isn't the only way. This is just, for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit lazy. I don't want to take the hardest way to get there. I want to take the path of least resistance. And through this movement and breath work was really the easiest way for me to heal myself. Plus, when I started, almost 20 years ago, I couldn't do anything difficult. I couldn't work out. I couldn't go for a walk. I couldn't do any of these things because I was so messed up. I had chronic aches and pains and all kinds of issues in my physical body as well as emotionally. So I had to take the path of least resistance. I had to do what was easiest. And so that's what I still continue to do. I'm like, well, why make this difficult? Why don't I just continue to do what I've been doing? And for 20 years I've been doing it, and I've never felt like I was falling back into my own patterns. Although that's not true. I did fall back into my old patterns when I stopped doing this. And I guess that was when my first lesson. After about 2.5, 3 years, I felt much better, and I was like, okay, I don't need to do this anymore. I've healed myself. I feel great. And that was fine for about 2 or 3 months. And as soon as, the subconscious started to rear its ugly head again, not only were there emotional troubles coming in, then my neck started to hurt. And I was like, gosh, I spent 2.5 years healing my neck, and now within 3 months it's starting to hurt again, and I didn't do anything to hurt it. It's because the subconscious is, the same muscle memory. Muscle memory is the subconscious of the physical body. So if you don't constantly, especially if you had, difficult injuries or things that you're working with that have been long-term ingrained in you, that takes conscious doing of a much longer period of time. I was in a pretty bad car accident toward the end of 2018, and I'm still in the process of healing my foot. And you'll see that I can't do everything that I want to do in this class, but I encourage you to, do it properly as best as you can. And I also do offer alternatives if you can't get into certain poses. But, this car accident was 1.5 years ago, and I'm still not walking properly, and I still can't run, and I still can't get up and jump up and move quickly. The longer I sit and the less I move my ankle, the stiffer it gets, and it doesn't even take long. I'm talking within like 20 to 30 minutes. If I don't move my ankle, all of a sudden I'm limping along. It really hurts. So there's still a lot of work to be done in order for my ankle to get back to the place where it's comfortable and without pain. And if I don't do that work consistently every day, it seizes up in a very short period of time, and then there's a lot more work to go back to get it back to the stage where it was. So it's a continuous practice, and it really comes down to how much you love yourself and how much you're willing to take care of yourself. And as you all know, we can't pour from an empty cup. And when you're having emotional issues or physical issues, it's really hard to be the giver that we want to be and to help others, right? So that's what makes people sick, is when they're always helping others and never taking care of themselves. I'm sure if you know many people who had cancer, they were always so generous with their love and help and assistance for everybody else, but they drained themselves, right? They just got their power sucked out of them. So, be really aware of making sure that you take practice for yourself. There's a lot of yoga teachers out there, and there are a lot who aren't, but I know quite a few yoga teachers who teach yoga but don't practice yoga at home. And if I encourage you to find a yoga teacher, if you're interested in taking yoga in the future when all this is over, find a yoga teacher who practices daily, because it's the practice that brings the insights. If the yoga teacher is just teaching yoga, she's really not creating that deeper connection with her own body where it's going to teach her how to alter some of the poses and experience of how this helps you through an emotional issue. Yoga is really more of a spiritual, or not necessarily religious, but a spiritual or soul practice than it is a physical practice. The physical practice is the byproduct and the fringe benefit of practicing yoga. But if there's any techniques that you can't do in this class, like we get on the floor, then I recommend you grab a chair. So I think it's like I said, I really can't see the clock. I'm going to just say that we're going to start getting ready for the class. So for this class, you'll want some space on the floor. If you can't sit on your knees or on the floor comfortably, you need to be able to sit up straight, then go grab a chair. Maybe next class I will bring a chair, and then I will do the class on the chair, because you really can do this in a chair as well, for the most part. So the important part is that you sit up straight. And every day I share something different. And last time I talked about the Ma roller, I think, which is a great tool that you can use if you want to release the muscles around both sides of the spine. And in the past, I've talked about sage and essential oils and all different kinds of things. And the first class I did about a month and a half ago now, I talked about tea. And I want to just really quick, before we start with the class, everybody make sure you have your earbuds ready, make sure you have pillows or bolsters if you need to go, and also have a pen and paper. A lot of times when I get into a meditative state, all these brilliant ideas come in, and then I luckily have a pen and paper right there where I can write them down, and I can stay in my meditative state while I'm writing that down. And that's what this class teaches you how to do, so that you can stay in your kind of meditative connective state while you're at work, while you're dealing with the kids, while you're cooking dinner, while you're at the grocery store, so people don't affect you and bother you. A lot of people nowadays, they're so empathetic and they're taking on everybody's energies. This practice will help you to block that if you need to, so you're not constantly being drained by everybody else, right? So have a pen and paper, and you'll be able to write things down. Does somebody here have a question? I am on point. Good. I haven't even started yet, right? Woo! Well, I'm glad you're here and listening to these techniques. And if anybody wants to start a watch party, please do. That would be so great. The more people that we have doing this practice together, the better it is for the people who are doing this practice, because we're really connecting with each other. So to speak, our physical body, our ego, our, what's happening here and on earth and in our space, and we connect with breath, then all of us can connect in the higher realms, or however you want to look at it. And we can feed off each other's positive, healthy energy. Also, it helps the people around us as we're creating a positive energy field in our areas. All right, so I did say I was going to talk about some tea, so I'll do this really quickly. And I know these turn out backwards on the screen, but if you need any information, message me. So for people who need to get grounded, or for people who have little digestive issues, roots teas are really important. I have ginger root, which is really good for your stomach, right? There's licorice root, which is really good for the sacral chakra and the root chakra. So these are really good. Dandelion root, right? That's really good. And then this one I had this morning, and it promotes good mood. It's caffeine free, but it really does give you a little boost, and it's called Cup of Sunshine. And it's from a plant, Kana honeybush from South Africa. And if you're looking for something to replace your coffee in the mornings, you want a little energy boost, Cup of Sunshine is great. You can order all these online, and it really does. It takes, if you're used to drinking coffee every day and that intense caffeine buzz that you get, it may take a little while for you to feel this, because you got to get the caffeine out of your system, for a few days. But once you do that, I recommend going from coffee to some black tea or some green tea, which lessens the caffeine. And then, you can drink cacao too, which I shared the other day. Cacao has caffeine in it, which is way less than coffee, but also still will give you that energy boost, as well as tons of potassium and magnesium. So super, super healthy, and you can drink it hot, you can drink it cold, you can put little, additives in it, mint, or I like to put almond oil. It tastes like marzipan, or you can put, cinnamon or whatever you like in your cacao. So, changing, the things that we intake. If you want to change your life, if you want to change anything in your life, you have to do something different. So, just switching from coffee to tea, just eating a salad, 3-4 times a week, just taking a walk around the block, that is going to change your life. Something's going to happen. And I encourage you, if you go out of your door and turn to the right every time to walk your dog or to take a walk, later, the next time you go on your walk, I want you to turn left. go a way that you haven't been before, right? You want to experience something different, you got to do it differently. You can still take a walk, just walk a different way. That action, that choice of doing something different is going to create a difference in your experience of taking the walk. All right, so lovely. All right, so I think today I'm really having stiffness in my foot and ankle, and I've been sitting here a while, so I'm going to get up, and we're going to do some of the Kundalini Breathwork that we usually do sitting down. So if you want to stay seated, you're welcome to stay seated, but I'm going to actually do it standing up today. It's going to make a little bit more of an impact on the rest of my body, but that's okay. I need to, move a little bit more. So sit up, as long as you can sit up straight, or stand up. Like, what I really want to suggest is, if you've been sitting for a while today, stand up. If you've been standing for a while today, sit down, right? You want to change the position that you're in to give your body a different experience than what you've been experiencing for the past whatever hours, or the day, or whatever. All right, so if you're sitting down and you're sitting on a chair, make sure you sit on the edge of the chair, feet and knees at a 90-degree angle, and sitting up nice and tall. Sitting on the floor too, sitting up nice and tall. If you're not comfortable sitting on the floor, put a bolster under you. Whatever it is, it's important that you sit up nice and tall. All right, it's getting a little warm. Here comes the sun, so that's great. All right, when we stand up, we need to keep our knees unlocked, root lock in, sternum up, right? And we're going to start with our deep belly breaths, right? So if you're not able to take a deep belly breath, close your eyes, put your hands on your belly, and close the latch in the back of your throat halfway. Feel your hands rising and falling as you fill your belly up. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Stay with your breath. If you want, you can drop your hands. Stay with your breath as you inhale and exhale. Just feel your breath flowing through your body. If you can't do it, don't beat yourself up. Stay with your breath while I'm talking. Start to create that deeper connection with the flow through you. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. All right. Now we got our nice deep belly breath going. We're going to switch it up a little bit, right? So put your hands on your shoulders. If your hands can't touch your shoulders because you have issues with your elbows, you can put them up like this, right? Nice and evenly across. Stay with your breath. So we're going to transfer breath from the left to the right. So you're going to inhale left, exhale right. Breathing into the belly. If you're standing up, make sure your knees are loose and your root lock is in to protect your lower back. Doesn't matter how fast or slow you go. What matters is that you breathe into your belly. It's more important to breathe into your belly than to go fast. Keep going. Just keep your sternum lifted up, your neck and back elongated. Stay with your deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, right? The left side is the receiving side. So you're bringing that strong masculine energy in as you inhale left. And then it's like you're transferring it to the right, the feminine side, right? Exhale right. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Nice deep breaths into the belly, transferring left to right. And then slowly coming to a stop. Excellent. So if you were taking your deep belly breaths, right, not cutting yourself short, you shouldn't really be out of breath right now. You're feeling your energy moving, you're feeling some warmth in your body, but you shouldn't be too much out of breath. If you're out of breath, then slow down and breathe properly, right? All right, the next thing we're going to do is, I wanted to do the forward and backward ones, but we really can't do those standing up, so we'll do those later. All right, so what I really feel like doing now is dangling down, and this is just my own personal preference, and this is kind of what I want you to also know. So stay with your breath, nice deep belly breaths now while I'm talking, knees loose, root lock in, sternum up, and if you're sitting down, maybe you can get up. If you need to hold onto a chair, put the chair next to you so you can balance, or put it in front of you because we're going to dangle down, and if you have lower back pain, you may need to rest on the chair. All right, so staying with the breath, I want to encourage you to create this routine for yourself, right? When we're not together, I'm doing a routine for myself basically here, and you're following what I'm feeling. But when you're on your own, I want you to take the routines that I'm sharing with you and put them however you want, right? They're for you. You can mix them up. You can use this, use that, do it earlier, do it later, whatever, right? You don't have to do all of this all the time. All right, so staying with the nice deep belly breaths, filling yourself all the way up. Keep the latch in the back of your throat closed halfway. This can help you to regulate. On the next exhale, slowly dangle down. Now, if you can't go all the way down, and don't force yourself, stay with your breath just as far as you can go. Inhale deeply, and then as you exhale, allow gravity just to pull you down a little more. Keep your knees unlocked, breathe, and if this hurts your back, just rest on your chair, right? It's more important that you stay relaxed. Don't tense your fingers, don't tense your arms, don't try to touch the floor, just relax mostly as comfortable as possible, and stay with your breath. Don't hold your breath. And then as you exhale, every time you'll notice you'll let go a little more and a little more. You can wiggle your shoulders, and it may take you a few weeks or even a couple months to get down to the floor. There's no hurry, no judgment. Just meet yourself where you're at. Just letting go. Make sure your tongue is relaxed, your head, your jaw, your neck. Breathe. And on the next exhale, slowly coming back up. Stay with the breath. Good posture. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. Excellent. Take a nice deep breath. On the exhale, bring your arms up, elbows wide, clasp your hands, keep your shoulders down, keep your root lock in, keep your knees loose, breathe, just elongate your spine, don't hold your breath, elongate your neck, and just stand here, knees loose, root lock in, nice and tall, lift your sternum, keep your root lock in, breathe, elbows wide. On the next exhale, twisting to the right. Keep yourself nice in alignment, head between your elbows, breathe, don't hold your breath. Nice and relaxed, everything is relaxed. Take another nice deep breath and exhale, tipping toward the right this time. Keep your head between your elbows, relax, don't force yourself, go just as far as it's comfortable for you. Stay with your breath, feel the stretch down through the left side. And just let gravity do the trick. And then on the next exhale, slowly coming back up. Keep your arms up. If you need to take a break, that's fine. You can jump it out, but if you can, keep your arms up, shoulders down, root lock in, stay with your breath. Exhale, twisting to the left this time. Elbows wide, breathe, shoulders down, keep your root lock in, elongate your spine. On the next exhale, tipping toward the left this time. Relax, breathe, let gravity do the trick. Make sure your jaw is relaxed, your tongue is relaxed. And then slowly coming back to center, drop your arms and let's jump it out. Jump out on 2 feet. Stay with your breath so you don't run out of breath. Let your arms flop around. Don't shake them out. Let them flop. All right, stay with your breath. Slowly coming to a stop. Good posture. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. Nice deep breaths. Drawing the energy up. Releasing it back down and out. Good. We're going to go into the backstroke, which will open up this heart chakra. All right, so I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. Stay with your breath. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up, and let your elbow be the leader. Big circles, and look behind you and breathe. Don't straighten your arm out. Let your arm be loose and relaxed. Just let your elbow be the leader. Inhale and exhale, nice and slow, deep belly breaths. Keep the latch in the back of the throat closed halfway. That'll keep you connected to that sound, to that flow. It'll regulate your heartbeat, your blood pressure. Nice big circles, really feeling the stretch through the side, and look behind you. You'll notice that, after a few strokes, you'll be able to look further and further behind you. Keep your knees loose, keep your root lock in to protect your lower back, but really big circles. Stay with your breath. And if you can, if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Feel yourself swimming at your favorite swimming place, just breathing. Feel the sun on your body. Feel how relaxed it is when you're floating in the ocean or in the pool or the river, just breathing. And let's swim back to shore, get our pina coladas or our smoothies. Good, and then slowly coming up and jumping it out, right? That's what meditation is. It's about recalling a feeling and bringing it into the present moment, right? So stay with your breath, nice deep belly breaths. Inhaling, bringing the energy up. Exhaling, bringing it back down. All right, we're going to do some carpal tunnel, arm stuff, elbow stuff, wrist stuff. Stay with your breath. Big circles with your fingers. This time arms are extended. Inhale. Big circles, dramatic circles. Exhale, the other direction. Bring them down. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. Inhale, big circles. Really being deliberate about those circles. You'll start to feel the muscles in your forearms, right? A little bit of burn in there, but that's okay. We hardly ever work those muscles, right? Stay with your breath. All right, as we inhale, let's go forward. One direction, breathe. Inhale, up. And exhale, bring it down. Nice big circles. Really starting to feel your arms, the muscles in your arms, the muscles in your hands. Stretch your fingers out as best as possible. And one last time. If you can't be really big with your circles, that's okay. Inhale up and exhale down. Just do what you can, and little by little, it'll all loosen up when you let go of whatever it is that's causing you the stiffness. All right, beautiful. That felt good, right? Shake it out. Let everything just come back out of the arms now. Right? That really feels good. Whew, my arms are tingling. Excellent. All right, let's do some throat chakra stuff. And we're going to do first another Kundalini Breathwork for this because we can do this one standing up. So again, you can sit if you want, but stand if you can. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. Inhale, pull your shoulders up. Exhale, drop. All right, keep going while I'm talking. Inhale up, exhale, drop. Right, just let them drop. Right, keep going. Breathing into the belly. Go at your own pace. It's better to go slower and to breathe deeply than to go fast and to breathe up here because you will run out of breath and you'll increase your heart rate, right? So really pull those shoulders up and then drop. Keep going. This is going to really help anybody with thyroid issues, people with neck and shoulder pain, right? Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going, 10 more. Keep your root lock in, keep your knees loose, and then slowly coming to the stop. Good, let's jump it out. Breathe, nice deep breaths. Woo, feeling good. All right, let's go back to our circular breathing. Draw the energy up. Exhale, bring it back down. Now feeling your arms, your shoulders, your neck. We've created so much movement, right? So much heat is in our body. This is great. Take another nice deep breath, and on the exhale, let's dangle down again. Go to your chair or wherever you're comfortable. Make sure this does not hurt. If you're hurting in this pose, you're not going to let go. You have to be relaxed, right? So stay with your breath. Feel your whole torso expand. And then as you exhale, you can use that power of the breath to release whatever tension you may have in your lower back or in behind your legs, right? Just breathing and relaxing. If you're too low, if you're way down on the floor, straighten your knees a little, not locking them, but create a little more stretch through the backs of the legs. Check yourself. Make sure your jaw is relaxed, your tongue is relaxed, your head is relaxed. Breathe. letting go with every exhale. And then on the next exhale, slowly coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Whew, excellent, feeling good. All right. I want to do another little exercise for my face because I've been feeling sad face, droopy face since the car accident. And I started noticing it a while ago. So stay with your breath as I'm talking. If you're noticing that you're getting, older and you're like, oh my gosh, the Botox, and I don't want to do it, we can do some face yoga to lift our faces back up. And I'm currently doing that with my face. So what I want to start out with, knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. Lift your whole forehead muscles and drop. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Stay with your breath. Lift and drop. Really becoming aware of your forehead. This is good for third eye. This is good for lifting the bags under your eyes, right? So stay with your breath. You may need to practice a little bit to be able to breathe while doing this. Do the best you can. The more you practice, the easier it gets. But just lifting and letting go, like the deer in the headlights, look and then drop, and then look and then drop, right? And you're going to start to really feel like, oh my gosh, I can feel those muscles, right? And if you work out those muscles, you won't have your droopy eyes, right? So lift them. Lift, lift. All right, let's do 10 more. Breathe. Keep your good posture. All right, really good. Slowly come to a stop. All right, we're going to do one more little thing for the neck, the throat, and the bottom half of our face. So stay with your breath, nice deep belly breath. Clasp your hands behind your back, but don't pull down. Stay nice and relaxed. Use your hands, rested against your butt to keep your root lock in. Keep your sternum up. Staying with the breath now. Nice deep belly breath. Keep the latch in the back of the throat closed halfway. On your exhale, tip your head back just a little. Good. Not enough to close, your air pipes, but just enough to create a stretch. Stay with your breath. On the next exhale, we're going to open the mouth wide and really open it, stretching the mouth, the jaw, and then close your mouth. Nice deep breath to inhale. And on the next exhale, like a big smile, really pulling those cheeks back. Exhale. And then one more nice deep breath, closing the mouth, and then we're going to blow a kiss. And really pushing your lips forward, feeling all the stretch, and then slowly coming back to center. Stay with your breath. On the next exhale, drop your head. Don't drop your sternum. Keep your sternum up. Keep your knees loose. Keep your root lock in. Just drop your head. Let it be heavy. Stay with your breath. Notice where you're feeling the stretch. Maybe it's just in your neck. Maybe it's down to your scapula. Maybe it's all the way down through your butt muscles into your, into your legs. I can feel it all the way down to my heels. But I've been doing this quite a long time. So body awareness, right? You're going to get more and more body awareness. Stay with your breath. On the next, slowly turn your head and look to the right. Exhale. Now, nice deep breath. Drop your head, roll it to the left as you exhale. The slower, the better. It's really important to do slow breathing and slow motions. Exhale, roll the head. And don't force it. Let it be heavy. Inhale and exhale, roll. It's really important that you do this slowly. I can't emphasize enough. Doing it faster isn't going to help you. When you do it slowly, you really get to all the fascia muscles in the neck, which have that, that subconscious memory, right? All right, just a couple more times. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Make sure you're in a good posture. Inhaling when you look to the side. And then exhaling, just let it roll over. And just feel the stretch in your neck. Really become aware of where the most tension is so you can let it go. And then on the next exhale, slowly coming to a stop at the bottom. Let the head hang heavy and bringing yourself back to center. Excellent. Let's jump it out one more time and really jump and stay with your breath. Jump good. Let's jump all around. Breathe. If I can jump on one foot and do it and talk and teach and still breathe, you can do it on 2 feet, right? Just focusing on that breath. All right, wow, feeling really good. All right, we're gonna get toward the edge of your mat now, facing the mat in front of you. Stay with your breath as you move around. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. Exhale, dangle down. Keep your knees loose, stay with your breath. Make sure your tongue is relaxed, your jaw, your fingers, your arms. Just feeling your whole torso expand as you inhale, slowly, deeply, and as you exhale, just letting gravity pull you down a little more. Again, you can wiggle if you want, but stay with your breath. If you have lower back issues, take this time to push your lower back up into the ceiling, right? Just use that visualization. If you need more stretch in the back of your legs, stretch them a little more. Don't lock your knees, but just stretch them out a little more. Breathe. And then on the next exhale, let's walk forward into a downward dog. If you can't do a downward dog, put your hands on the chair. The most important part is that you keep your back flat, right? So put your hands on your chair, your couch. Distribute your weight evenly between your feet and your hands. Breathe and relax. Right? The only weight right now should be up on your toes and then on your palms, right? Everything else is relaxed. Stay with your breath. And then on your next exhale, allow your heels to fall a little bit. Breathe. Feel that added stretch. And then on the next exhale, flatten your back. Push yourself back a little bit. Breathe. Relax. Let go. Stay with your breath. If you need to come down onto the floor, that's fine. And then slowly coming down onto the floor. Ooh. And let's get a bolster or a pillow to sit on if you need one. I'm going to grab mine just because it's just easier. All right. Feeling good. Sitting up nice and straight. Knees loose. No, not knees loose. Well, knees loose. But elongate the spine. Lift the sternum. And root lock is still in, even though we're in this pillow. So we want to keep that root lock in to keep us grounded. All right, nice circular breathing. Close the latch in the back of your throat. Sitting up nice and tall. Stay with your breath. Inhaling deeply, drawing the energy all the way up. Exhaling completely, just releasing it back down and out. While I'm talking, just maintain your connection with your breath. I'm actually starting to feel all of your energy. More and more of you are really being able to stay connected, so that's awesome. All right, on the next exhale, your exhale, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release the muscles of the pelvic floor, right? Some Kegel exercises. As you inhale, relax those muscles. As you exhale, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release as best as you can, right? Keep practicing. Inhale, relax those muscles, draw the energy up. Fill yourself up with that. That's your groundedness, centeredness, sense of security and acceptance. Fill yourself up with that. And then exhale, release everything that doesn't serve you. Doing the Kegel exercises on the exhale will help you bring your energy back down to the root chakra, groundedness, centeredness, security, acceptance, right? So do a few more while I'm talking, focusing on the breath, flowing through the body, and then getting grounded, bringing that energy back down as we exhale. All right, this is really important for women. It helps us with incontinence as we get older. It helps us to have children when we're younger. For men, this exercise is so important if you want to avoid erectile dysfunction and prostate issues. You got to do your Kegel exercises every day, all right? So doing them on the exhale is important. Helps bring the energy back down. Let's do 3 more. Keep the latch in the back of the throat closed halfway. And then on the last one, just slowly coming to a stop with the Kegel exercises, but staying with the breath. Staying with your nice deep belly breaths, drawing that energy up. Maybe you even notice a little more tingling energy as you're moving that chakra energy through the system. All right, the next thing we're going to do is a little bit more of the Kundalini, which I wanted to do earlier, and this is really great for spine. This can take the place of cat-cow, and cat-cow is one of the most important techniques in yoga practice. So what I want you to do is lean forward, bring your chest forward, inhale, Tuck everything back, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Hands are still on your knees, right? If you're on your chair, you can do this too. Keep your knees, your feet on flat on the floor, knees at a 90-degree angle. Inhale, exhale. Again, it's more important to breathe into your belly than it is to do this fast. If you're doing this quickly, you're going to run out of breath. You're going to make yourself out of breath, right? So nice deep belly breaths. Inhale. Bring the chest up. Open up your body to bring that oxygen in. Exhale. Scrunch your body back. Push all that oxygen out of your body, right? So let's keep going. Do it at your own pace. Start to feel your back loosening up, right? If you can't do it a lot, if you can't really be very deliberate about it, just do it a little, right? Just do little movements, right? Inhale, exhale, just do it small. The more you do it, the more you'll loosen up. And then pretty soon you'll be able to really do it well when you let go of what's keeping you from doing it so well this time, right? You got to get there, right? Michael Jordan didn't become the greatest basketball player overnight, right? And you can't really heal yourself without taking some time and putting some effort into it, right? So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do 10 more. Keep going. The fluidity of your spine is very important as you grow older. And then slowly coming to a stop and sitting up nice and tall. Relax the rest of your body and just feel. Feel your core, feel your spine. Relax your jaw, your tongue, and just feel your sit bones on your floor, on the chair. Breathe. Nice deep belly breaths, closing the latch in the back of the throat, drawing the energy up, releasing it back down, right? You should be feeling pretty light right now. I know I am. And I'm feeling much better than I was just a few minutes ago, all right? So again, take these techniques that I'm teaching you and take them with you throughout your day. Do whatever you can. You could do this at your desk. You could go in the bathroom and stretch. You could take a step outside. There's still people going on smoke breaks, so you go on a breathing break, right? Just go out, reconnect with yourself. Go sit in the sun for a minute if you can get off to a side office or wherever you can go, just take a few minutes every hour to reconnect with your flow. All right, stay with your breath. The more you do this, the more you'll be able to stay with your breath while you're working, while you're sitting on the train, the bus, driving, whatever it is that's going on. You're going to create a conscious, subconscious, a habit of being connected to your soul, right? To your breath, to the higher power. All right, the next thing we're going to do is get onto our knees. And again, if you can't get onto your knees, you can stay in your chair. Make sure you have a table in front of you now, and you want to sit a little bit back from the table. So you can do this technique on a table if you have a chair. Everybody else, if you can get on your knees and stay with your breath as you move around. If you need something under your ankles, put a blanket or a pillow or something under your ankles. You can roll up a towel, or if you need something that's stretching your thighs too much, you can sit on a pillow. That'll work too. The most important thing is to be comfortable in this pose, right? Sitting all the way down, putting your weight down onto your feet. Root lock is in, sternum is up. Nice deep belly breaths, right? Just feeling that energy flowing in and out, up and down. All right, great. So the next thing we're going to do is spread the knees a little bit, and you do this in the chair too. Make sure if you're sitting in the chair that everything's at 90-degree angles. Take a nice deep breath and let's go forward. Keep the back flat. We're up on our fingertips now. Our elbows are relaxed. Our shoulders are down, not way up here. The most important part is getting your chest flat to the floor. And let your head be parallel with the floor, not down on the floor, right? We're holding it up, but we're relaxed. Most of the weight is on our fingers and our butt, right? Sitting on our feet. We're building this kind of bridge with our torso. Now, if you're on the chair, on the table, you can put your hands on the table, right? It's important to be relaxed. Arms and shoulders are relaxed. Stay with your breath. Nice deep belly breaths. As you exhale, sink. Let your chest get closer and closer to the floor. Make sure your elbows are relaxed. Shoulders are down. Head is parallel with the floor. Stay with the breath. On the next exhale, let's go to the left. Bring your left hand to the left, fingers up. Exhale, bring your right hand on top of your left, fingers up, right? So we're on our wrists now, fingers are up, elbows are off the floor. Breathe. Keep your hips parallel on your feet, sitting on your feet. Don't bring your hips up. If it's too much, you can back off a little bit, right? It's more important to do these poses properly than to go far. Breathe and relax into this pose. Let your back flatten. Fingertips are up, elbows are off the floor, back is flat. On the next exhale, on your exhale, flip your left palm up, flip your right palm up, look over your left shoulder. Relax, breathe, don't hold your breath. Your body should be completely relaxed. If it's not relaxed, back off a few notches so that you can relax. Stay with your breath. Looking over that left shoulder, creating a little more stretch through the side, breathing. Good, and then slowly coming back to center. Take another nice deep breath, this time to the right. Right hand to the right, fingers up, exhale, left hand on top, breathe. Keep your hips parallel to the floor, weight back on your feet, breathe. Keep your elbows up, shoulders down, just relax and sink into the pose. Stay with your breath. On your next exhale, flip your left palm over, look over your right shoulder. Breathe and relax. If it's hurting, if it's too much, back off a little bit. Stay with your breath. Make sure your tongue is relaxed, your feet are relaxed, even your legs and your back, everything should be relaxed in this pose. Then on the next exhale, slowly coming back to center, and let's slowly come up. Stay with your breath. Root lock in, sternum up, breathe. On the next exhale, put your hands behind you. If you're on a chair, put your arms behind you. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Lift your butt up off your feet. If you're on a chair, don't lift your butt up. Just put your arms back. Open up your chest. Breathe. Really create that stretch. And this time I really want you to pull your shoulders back. Stick your chest out. Open up. Stay with your breath. And then slowly coming back down. Excellent. Put one hand on top of the other. Elbows out to the side. Put your head on top of your hands. Breathe. Spread your legs a little bit so you can bring your chest down to the floor. If you're at the table, again, put your hands like this. Put your head on the edge of the table. Make sure your elbows are up on the table, right? We should be nice and even, right? This is a sacred geometry pose where it comes from the heart down through the shoulders and the arms to the elbows and then across to the forehead. Stay with your breath. Feel your whole torso expand as you inhale. And then relax as you exhale, sinking closer and closer, your chest to the floor. Make sure your jaw's relaxed, and wherever else you may be holding tension, everybody has a different habit, so check in with yourself. Make sure you're relaxing into this pose. And then on the next exhale, we're going to do some self-massage, so you may want to look up a little bit, but your head should stay relaxed on the floor while you're doing this. So you take your fingers now, and you kind of start pinching your neck all around, and you can pinch your shoulders. Stay with your breath. The harder you pinch, the more you stimulate those fascia muscles. Breathing, relaxing. Make sure your weight is back onto your feet. Round out that lower back. slowly bring your head up, support yourself on your elbows, and let's really rub the crown. Stay with your breath, rub your whole head, just stimulating everything in the top. Breathe. And then slowly coming back up. Woo! Awesome. Wow. All right, feeling good. Woo. All right, we're going to get down onto the floor to laying flat on the floor. Stay with your breath as you move around. If you need your earbuds or you need stuff for the gong, make sure you have it near you so you don't have to get up again. Stay with your breath as you move around, and let's just lie flat on the floor and breathing deeply. If you want to put your hands on your belly so you can practice your deep breathing, that's fine. If not, you can. If you're already good at deep breathing, put your arms out to the side. Let's open them wide up. And then let's just go to the breath. Keep the latch in the back of the throat closed halfway. Walk your heels down. Walk your shoulders out. Elongate the neck. Relax the tongue and jaw. Relax the feet and fingers. Breathe. Start to feel the breath just flowing through your body. Noticing where the body is moving as the breath flows through it. And just noticing the weight of your body against the floor. And stay with your breath and just getting heavier and heavier with every exhale. On the next exhale, slowly bringing your knees up. You don't have to hold your knee, just bring them up. Keep your feet and legs relaxed. Wiggle your back into the floor. Breathe. And just really feel the alignment of the floor beneath your spine. Bring that alignment in. And then let's clasp one knee with each hand, relaxing the arms and shoulders. Don't scrunch in tight. One knee with each hand. As we inhale, give the belly a little room, extend the arms. As we exhale, draw the knees into you, right? Don't use your leg muscles to do this. Use your arms to draw the knees to and fro. As you inhale, give your belly a little room. As you exhale, draw your knees into you, right? But keep your arms relaxed as well. This is a very simple motion. Give your belly room as you inhale. Draw your knees in as you exhale. 2 or 3 more times. Nice and slow. Keep the latch in the back of the throat closed halfway. Awesome. Cross your feet now, not touching. Cross. Drop your legs and your knees out to the side and breathe. Just laying there with your feet crossed, legs out to the side. And if this hurts your inner thigh, you can put some pillows or blankets or something underneath to support you. Your arms are out to the side again, breathing, letting the interior thighs just stretch open. Closing the latch in the back of the throat and really feeling the power of the root chakra now is wide open. Inhale, bring that energy in. And exhale, just releasing it back down and out. Just releasing tension with every exhale. And now switching the feet, put the other foot on the bottom, drop the thighs down, relax, breathe. I want to do one more technique for the ankles and the legs today. Somebody had asked me for that. So stay with the breath. Knees are still, bent, and feet are still crossed. Legs are out to the knees are out to the side. Stay with your breath. On your next exhale, lift your left leg straight up, but don't lock it. Just let it be loose, and maybe support it behind the knee. Stay with your breath. Your right leg is still, flopped down onto the floor. bent. And if it hurts too much, you can straighten your right leg too, whichever's comfortable for you. All right, so your left leg is up. You're supporting it a bit. You're not pulling it much. You're not straightening it. And you're going to do big circles, just like we did with our hands. Breathe. Make sure your neck is elongated. Nice big circles. Stretch your toes in one direction, nice and slow. The slower you go, the better. It gets more muscle groups. Bending and flexing the toes as we go around. And then take a stop and go the other direction. Breathe. And then on the next exhale, flatten your foot, straighten your leg, push up toward the ceiling. Exhale, feel the stretch, and slowly come down. All right, either bend your left knee now or you can straighten it out, whatever's comfortable for you. And exhale, bring the right foot up. Knee is relaxed, just kind of supporting it a little bit. The rest of your body's relaxed. And big circles. This is the biggest circles I can do with my right foot, but I'm sure you guys can do better. And if you can't, don't worry, because this is all I can do, right? But I have to keep doing it every day for it to get better. So stay with your breath, nice and slow, flexing, pointing, and then let's go in the other direction, nice and slow. And the more I do it, the more I'm able to do it, right? So the less I do it, the stiffer it gets. So stay with your breath and focus on just that part of your body. And then on the next exhale, flatten the foot, push it up, straighten the knee, feel the stretch, exhale, and then slowly come down. All right, beautiful. Walk the heels down, walk the hands out, stay with your breath. If you need to put a bolster under your knees at this time, go ahead and do that to get comfortable. Stay with your breath as you move around. Maybe put in your earbuds now. If there's anything else you need to do before you really get comfortable, wiggle your back into the floor. Whatever you need to do, just go ahead and get ready because we're not going to get up again. Elongate the neck. Get comfortable. If you need a blanket, go ahead and grab that. Walk the shoulders out. And really focus on your breath. Nice deep belly breaths. Filling yourself all the way up as you inhale. Releasing back down and out as you exhale. Relaxing the jaw, the tongue, the fingers, the feet. If thoughts come into your mind, just go to the mantra, inhaling healing energy, exhaling everything that doesn't serve me. When we keep the latch in the back of the throat closed, you can really connect with that breath, that sound. It's like a wave, right? So inhaling, the wave is building. Exhaling, the wave is, flowing. It's releasing. So stay focused on that sound. Focusing on the flow. Feeling your body against the floor. Bringing the alignment of the floor beneath you into your body. And really set an intention for what are you going to get rid of now. We've done all these movements. We've done all this breath work. We've released a lot of stuff. Keep it all out. We don't need any of that negative energy with us. It's the full moon. The moon is supporting us now with completing with things. After we get up from this meditation, we can start anew, creating new patterns and new habits. Stay focused on the breath. Notice how your body moves with your breath flowing through you. And then bringing your attention just 2 or 3 inches in front of your third eye. Breathing deeply, drawing that energy up to the third eye area. And noticing the white light that resides there in between your eyebrows. Just connecting with that white light of intuition, inspiration, clearing the mind of everything else that's going on. Being open to receiving as we inhale. And then expanding your awareness to the energy around your whole body. Your aura energy, your energy field. Just breathing and connecting with your flow, your energy that surrounds you. Eyes closed, going deeper and deeper within. Staying connected with the flow of the breath. Even though the eyes are closed, expanding the awareness now to the space you're in, the room around you. Just being aware of the space. Maybe the sun is shining. Even though your eyes are closed, you can feel it, sense it. Staying connected with the flow of the breath. And expanding your awareness further to the building you're in. Feeling the positive energy flowing through your body, the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss. And as you exhale, expanding that awareness and bringing all that energy out to the neighborhood you're in, to your block and your town, your city. Just sharing the love and the peace with everybody around and sending healing out to everyone in the state, and then even further out to everyone in the country. Stay with the breath and expand your reach to the oceans on the east and west, to the land far north and south. Just really bringing all that healing energy around and around, sharing it and using it for your own health as well. Sharing that energy and love of completion through the whole world now. Just around the world, let's share it and bring it around to send that completion energy to everyone on earth. Whatever it is they need to complete with. No judgments, no expectations, just healing. Just letting go of the things that no longer serve us. Let's go beyond the earth now and look down on our beautiful Mother Earth. The sun's light shining down, shimmering in the oceans, and the forests and the mountains. The blue and green marble with the beautiful white clouds that we see from afar, just sending lots of love and healing to Earth. In gratitude for our sun and our moon, our solar system, stars that are twinkling, becoming one. And then looking beyond into the darkness, the field of pure potentiality, where anything can happen and everything is possible. Breathing in, empowering ourselves with the abilities to create our best lives. And then slowly coming back down to our little spot on our floor, in our space, in our town, in our state, in our country. Just breathing in the expansion that we have experienced through this meditation. Staying with your breath, feeling the flow. There's no hurry to get up. Just take a moment. Notice how you are feeling. Not to think about how you're feeling, just to notice the difference of what you feel now compared to when we first started. And before you move too much, kind of twist your wrists and ankles, stretch a little bit, stay with your breath. And if you want to turn onto your left side to a fetal position, kind of just support your head with your left arm. And just allow your organs to hang loosely in your body, relaxed, comfortable. And bringing the new energy into your body, feeling the lightness from shedding some things that don't serve us anymore, completing with things that we're aware of, to make room for new energies. Take the next 2 weeks until the new moon to maintain your focus on your solution. Right? If you keep falling back into an old habit, just say, nope, going to do something different. Going to make a different choice, going to walk around the block a different way, going to drink a different beverage, going to eat a different food, right? Keep focusing on your solution. And with the new moon in a couple weeks, you're going to start to really notice a difference as that new moon energy comes in. It's going to help you to create some new patterns. So completing with what no longer serves us is really great right now with this full moon energy. We still have some days of the full moon energy with us that'll help kind of take that stuff away. And then, the new moon coming up in a couple of weeks will help us to bring some inspiration in for what we want to replace. With what we just let go of. There's going to be room for us to bring in new things, and the universe will bring them to you automatically. As soon as you let go of your old habits and patterns, the universe, there's just stuff lined up in the universe waiting for you, just waiting for you to make room for it to appear into your life. Right? So you have to be a little uncomfortable to get rid of the old patterns because you're comfortably in them, even though they may not be self-serving. You're used to doing them. So get out of your comfort zone, make a different decision, make a different choice, do something different. If what you've been doing doesn't work, then you have to do something different. Do the opposite. I mean, sometimes I feel like, okay, I want to do this. I want to do this, but this hasn't worked before, but I like to do it because it's easy or it's comfortable, but it hasn't worked before. So you know what I do? I do the exact opposite of what I want to do. The exact opposite. Right? If I'm tired and I want to rest and I still feel tired and more tired and I'm resting and I still feel tired, then guess what? I got to get up and move. The complete opposite. And when you start to move and you jump up and down and you do some backstroke and you connect with your breath work, then you start to create energy in your body, right? Especially that Kundalini back and forth. It doesn't take a lot of you don't need to go out, you don't need equipment, you just need to stay a little focused, right? So I encourage you all to set your phones for each hour, take 3 minutes. It's the challenge. I'm putting it out there. I'm challenging you all to take 3 minutes every hour for yourself. If you can't take 3 minutes an hour for yourself, then who are you living for? Right? 3 minutes an hour. It's not too much to ask. There's no reason to feel guilty about taking 3 minutes for yourself every hour. And if you start to do that day after day after day, hour after hour after hour, you're going to be a whole different person at the end of the day because you're going to reset your energy once an hour to be more clear and to be more relaxed and to, open up to be receiving, right? So that's the challenge for everybody. We're going to get together here again on Saturday. So I encourage you all to share some, information about what you've experienced over this practice. I know there's quite a few of you here who have been coming consistently. And, I'm doing this for free. I'm not asking anything from you, but I would really appreciate if you would just make some comments as to how these techniques have helped you over the past 6 weeks. What has really... what has really transpired since you've started practicing these techniques over and over again? These lessons, if you share them, they'll give other people a little aha moment as well to say, wow, I need to do that. I need, to let go of this or create more of that. And, having some reinforcement from everybody else will help to inspire and encourage them as well. All right, we're going to get together again here on Saturday this week at 3:45 for the intro. So if you know anybody who wants to join us or is looking for a little more information, come at 3:45. You're all welcome to come as well. Bring your questions, your comments. If you need me to share any techniques for anything in particular, I'd be more than happy to do that. And then at 4 o'clock, we'll do the class again for the weekend. So I appreciate you all coming. You're welcome, everybody. It was a great class today. We had a lot of people, and I could really feel your energy. I can tell those of you who have been coming a while, once we start to get like a third of the way into the class, halfway into the class, I really can start to feel your energy. You guys are all doing such a great job. You're welcome. I love you all. And again, if you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate to reach out, message me, and go on a deeper connection. Check it out. Share some posts. If you want to do something for me, share some of my posts. Invite some people to like a deeper connection. There's tons of information under notes and different events and things like that. So I appreciate you all coming. I love you all, and have a great afternoon. We'll see you on Saturday.